This is going to be perimeter part 3, so these will be more of our challenging problems. Example 5. The area of the rectangle is 42 inches squared. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? So you might be thinking, how can I use area to figure out perimeter? Well, to figure out perimeter, I need to know the distance around a shape. And once again, I encourage you to pause the video and solve this before I go over it. So, perimeter is a distance around the shape. I need to know what this side length is so I can figure out the rest of my side lengths. I can use area to help me do that. If you recall, the formula for area is length times width. I have 2 of these missing pieces, so I can figure out the third missing piece. I'm going to replace the area, with 42. I know that my length is 7. I do not know what my width is yet, so I know that 7 times something has to give me 42. I know that 7 times 6 is 42, so that means that W would equal 6, so my width is 6 inches. Now I can work on finding the perimeter of the rectangle. Now I'm not going to just add 7 plus 6. I've got to go the entire distance around the shape. If this side is 7, this side is also 7 inches. And if this side is 6 inches, this side is also 6 inches. Now I can add all of my side lengths. I'm going to do 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6. I know 7 plus 7 is 14. I know that 6 plus 6 is 12. 14 plus 12 gives me 26. So I know that the perimeter of this rectangle is 26 inches. Okay. Now I'm going to look at example 6. An octagon has sides that are all the same length. The perimeter of the octagon is 64 inches. What is the length of each side? So this tells me I'm working with an octagon. The sides are all the same length. And the perimeter of the octagon is 64 inches. And I want to know what is the length of each side. So now that I've kind of highlighted the information, I'm going to look at it again. An octagon has sides that are all the same length. The perimeter of the octagon is 64 inches. And the question is asking me, what is the length of each side? Now, I know a lot of the times I say, when in doubt, draw it out. That would be a great start to this problem. You could also think about what you know about octagons. How many sides does an octagon have? It has 8 sides. So I can try to draw one. Now, we know I'm not a perfect shape drawer. I will do my best. Okay. So say this is my octagon. All right. It has 8 sides. I know that the total perimeter is 64 inches. I need to take that 64 inches and split it up between these 8 sides. Hopefully you're thinking of an operation. What operation do we use if we're taking something and splitting it up equally? Hopefully you said division. So I can take my perimeter of 64 and divide it by 8 to figure out what my side lengths are. Hopefully you're thinking 8 times 8 is 64. So I know that each side length is going to have a length of 8 inches. Because if I put 8 inches on each of these sides and put them all together, I would have 8 inches 8 times, which is like 8 times 8, which would give me a perimeter of 64.